Short break, and after that short break, we'll continue our discussion on North Korea. Okay, let me go back to Ken here. Two things about crosstalk that people complain about. I have to go to a hard break in the middle, and it's too short, so I cut you off in the first half. Please continue, my friend.
What I'm going to say now, I want to make clear, is motivated by a deep love of this beautiful planet and all humanity. And while many of my brothers and sisters in the human family are acting in a completely unacceptable way, what I'm saying is based on love. There is no grudge. I simply want what's best so that we can hand this world over in a better state than we have it now. We are continuing to flirt with a third world war. It seemed that people in World War II realized, especially with Hiroshima and Nagasaki, that we could not do this a third time. But apparently we've been cast under another spell and seem to forget that we do have the capacity to destroy this planet. Now, those of us who have any kind of sanity and humanity realize the dangers of this, but those who are running the world through the control of finance have a major incentive to incite war, because more important than the money that they control is the most important parameter of a tyrannical system, a tiny minority ruling over the masses. And that principle is you will never be able to rule people if you cannot divide them. So you must divide them. What divides people more than anything else? War, mass murder, horrendous crimes, torture. Things like that are good in the view of a banker. So the bankers have a major incentive just as a carte blanche reality of where they are. But right now they have an extra added incentive, and that incentive is that the consciousness of humanity is rising, and many of the key principles of the tyrannical system we're dealing with are being exposed. And there's an elephant in the room that I'm going to get into after the other guests talk, because it's an important elephant that we seem to be ignoring. But the major point that I want to make right now is that those who are in charge of this world have a major incentive to instigate a third world war. And this is where I would disagree with my brother Mohammed there in Russia if you think that logic and rational behavior and sense is the guide, because attacking North Korea would be catastrophic, of course. And I used to live in Hawaii. Hawaii may well be incinerated, literally. Hawaii would be a primary target, and I love my Hawaiian brothers and sisters, and I'll be damned if I'm going to sit by and say nothing that is relevant to that situation because I'm afraid of the consequences. So I'm going to get back to the elephant in the room after the other guests have a chance to talk, but make no mistake, those who are running this world right now have a major incentive for a third world war. Another place we can go to is Iran, which I'm heading back to again. There's 100,000 victims in Iran from the chemical weapons that Saddam Hussein used with the aid of the CIA. This is a matter of public record.
Okay, this guy's riddled with a propaganda, like propaganda machine gun. Okay, whoever's listening to this video that I'm making right now, I mean, you should understand when I say this, is those people aren't running anything. That's the whole lie. And we're getting to the point now to where if we don't recognize that and clean up some of this mess that we all created and use these tools and resources to do so very quickly, then it's kind of like, you know, when you accuse someone of doing something and you accuse them for so long and you keep saying the same song over and over, it's also called Babylon. You know, babbling on. You know, but they're going to try to tell you it's a certain place. Well, it's not. And it's this guy here, you know, that's why I muted it, because I suspected it a little bit, because a lot of the channels that push stuff like this, it's always the doom and gloom, and they're doing this and they're doing that. And just like I just said, if you tell someone they're doing something for so long, they're going to do it. And that's what I'm pointing out right now. And it's time. Get it? It's the real deal time. It's in the news. It's all over the earth. It's everywhere. And, you know, the thing about it is that what we're doing now is measuring the works. We're measuring the works of the people that laid the foundation for this communication medium. that's the real deal. It's very Israel. Israel's not a place either. However, you got to realize that the majority of people think Babylon's a certain place and they think Israel is a certain place. And that right there should tell you something. Because it's not. One is a state of mind, Israel, and the other one is the way someone acts. And that means Babylon. That's the reason why I took this video. I took the time out to show what's really going on. So, keep it Israel. That's the deal. Go ask and go figure out how Donald John Trump got put where he's at. So we need to learn the lessons quickly, clean up the mess, and start using these Star Trek devices, and stop being in panic mode so many times, over and over. It's just Babylon's over. If you don't believe me, go ask Cause. He is out in Slab City.